Hey folks, I decided it was time to quit these things when I retired, and I think you should also. I quit worrying about what other people think of me. This is my time. I'm retired. I don't have to impress anybody. I don't have a boss to go to and impress. I don't have clients I need to worry about. I'm on relaxation schedule. The next thing I quit, keeping a rigid schedule. Hey, the 9 to 5 schedule's out the window. I'm on relaxation time. When it gets done, it gets done. There's no rush. Just take your time. Enjoy life. There's no reason to hurry anymore. Another thing I quit, worrying about overspending and underspending out of fear. What exactly does that mean? Well, when most people retire, they go out and they start spending money like crazy. Just because they're afraid, I may not be around long enough to enjoy all this stuff. I'm going to get all the toys I can now. But on the other side, hey, I better not spend a dime because I don't know how long I'm going to live. I may outlive my money. You can't live on the ends of the teeter-totter in either of those scenarios. Folks, you got to find a balance, and you got to be able to live there. Don't spend your retirement years worrying about money. Another thing I did, I stopped worrying about ignoring my health. Retirement is not the time to stop thinking about staying healthy. Get out and walk 3 times a week. At least. That is the easiest, least expensive exercise a person can get involved in. Just simply walking. Another thing I quit worrying about, learning new technology. Man, I'll tell you what, I picked up ChatGPT. Oh, has it opened up some doors. It's unbelievable the stuff you can learn just by asking your computer. And it will tell you. And it'll give you all kinds of ideas and suggestions on things to do and what to say and how to write it and what to eat for dinner. Don't avoid technology. It's just not worth it. Stay involved. Another thing I quit worrying about, holding on to stuff. Declutter, 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 folks. We don't need to be packing our closets and garages full of stuff we're not ever going to use again. Look, if you've got stuff and you haven't used it in a couple years, if you haven't seen it in a couple years, you don't need it anymore. You're just taking up space. Why not start decluttering now? Take one room. Take one closet. Take one box in that closet and go through it. You can either make a pile sale, a sale pile. You could make a donation pile. Just give it away. Throw it away if you have to. If nobody wants it, throw it out. Start decluttering. Start in one room. Start in one box in one closet. And then move on to the next box. And the next box until you're done in that closet. Then move on to something else. Another thing I quit doing, saying I'm too old to do that. Now, granted, there are some things I'm too old to do, but taking up a yoga? No, I can do that. Travel? I can still drive. I know how to travel the country. I've done it many times in the past 10, 15 years. Am I too old to take up a new hobby? Not onto your life. I've got way too. My problem is I've got way too many hobbies. I just was tumbling rocks before I made this video. I've got 2 metal detectors sitting in my closet. I've got a back bedroom full of painting supplies. I don't do all of them all at one time, but I do get involved with different things. So you're not too old to do a lot of stuff, folks. One thing that I quit that I'm glad that I did, but you have to come to realize you need to ask for help once in a while. I don't move furniture around like I used to. I can't load things up in the back of a pickup truck like I used to. I'm no longer a spring chicken. I have to know what my limitations are. I have to know that I can pick up the phone and call one of my sons or my son-in-law. And they'll come over and say, what do you need done? How can I help? That's all. Here's one that I quit that I feel better. My blood pressure's gone down. I see the world in a whole different light now. I quit watching network news. How I miss watching Walter Cronkite. He would sit there on the TV and just give us the facts. He wouldn't spin it. He's not going to say the sun is shining over here and then you change channel and the guy's going to say the sun is not out today. It hasn't been out for a week. It's raining cats and dogs, or it's dry as a bone. You don't know who to believe anymore. I'm not saying don't stay informed. By all means, stay informed. But get your news from some other source. Don't be just watching network news all the time. Another thing I quit doing, procrastinating on my bucket list. Like I said earlier, when I retired, I took up painting. I've always wanted to learn how to paint. The only thing I've ever painted was a wall in a house or the outside of the house. I took up how to paint. I went to my local recreation center and took a painting class. Now I'm no expert. I can put paint on a canvas. My wife actually has, I don't know, 10 or 15 paintings that I've done hanging in our house. I'm not the greatest, I'm not the worst, but it's relaxing and it's fun and I enjoy doing it. Here in a few months, my wife and I are going to be able to check off a really big bucket list item. We're taking a cruise. First time we've ever been on a cruise. We haven't gone yet, but we're in the final countdown, basically. Folks, the last thing I want to talk to you about is I quit trying to compare my retirement life to anybody else's retirement life. Retirement is not a one-size-fits-all. It's different from everybody. It's different for everybody. What I do in my retirement may not be the thing my next-door neighbor wants to do. He may play golf 5 days a week. My knees couldn't handle 5 days a week of golf. But his life is not mine, and mine is not his. So don't try to be your neighbor. Live your own retirement life. Something else I quit doing, I have stopped avoiding my estate planning. I'm get your health directives in order. You know, there's going to come a time when you're either dead or you're unable to make any decisions. So the people that have to make the decisions for you, they could sure use your guidance in what you want done. Don't procrastinate on estate planning. Folks, you know, it's about time you quit. I really do believe it's time you quit doing some of these things. You'll feel better, you'll have a better outlook on life, and you'll enjoy your retirement much, much more. Folks, if you found this helpful, please drop me a comment. Maybe give me a like. It'd be nice if you'd even subscribe to the channel. Until next time, folks, y'all take good care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later.